he had let me go when I wanted to, this wouldn't have happened. Now what if I get pregnant?
I didn't know you were a virgin, I'm sorry, okay? If I had known, I would have just let you be. But not to worry, you'll be fine, okay? These things happen.
Is that what you have to say?
What else would you have me say? I don't like virgins. It's a lot of work. It's too much work. I had to do a lot to get in the first place. It takes away from the fun. It's stress. Okay? But like I said, not to worry. These things happen. Please relax. Let me be. I'm trying to sleep. You want me out? I'm tired. Can I just sleep? Huh? You want me out? I'm tired.
Is this right?
What's the... Get out! Get out! Get out! Out! Out of this place! Get out! Out! If I see you here again, I'll behead you. You hear me? Get out! You want to... Bye. Stay away from me. Look at her. Move! Move! See how she looks.
William, who is she that you are treating like a slave?
Your Majesty, let's go inside. We will talk about it. Let's go inside.
Dad, take her to where she can be cleaned up and send her out. No, I cannot understand why Prince William keeps on desecrating the royalty of this family with his promiscuous acts. Does he not know who he is? The future king? Is this kind of example he's going to set for his people? I'm embarrassed.
Your Highness, what he did was very wrong. But I don't want you to bother yourself. I think I need to talk to him.
Please do. Please do. This is very embarrassing.
You know, even when I step out of the line, you know, he just cannot look past it. He would blow it up. Make a mountain out of a molehill. What did I ever do to him?
My prince, to tell you the truth, I don't know why your father treats you the way he does. At times he forgets that you are the crown prince of this land and that you deserve some respect.
Oh no, I deserve some respect. In fact, I deserve a lot of respect. Huh? And now he wants to push me out of the country. He's saying that he wants me to travel. Why do I need to travel?
My prince, you know I was never in support of that. But don't worry. I think I need to talk to him.
Talk to him. Oh no, we'll talk to my father. Because he listens to you. As for the trip, I'm not going anywhere. Because I clearly do not see why I need to travel. Yeah, so get the guys to come clear this place out.
Good day, my prince.
Good day. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Who is she?
My prince.
Hmm?
It seems you don't know Olama. My prince, she's Olama, the daughter of late ORPHAN, the less popular preacher in this community.
Is that so?
Yes, my prince.
So how come I have never seen her before?
My prince, that's because she doesn't mingle much with other girls in this community. She's always in her father's house. And my prince, I can ascertain, she's a good and respectful girl. She's the most decent girl in this community.
I want her.
My prince.
Yes.
Please, my prince.
What?
It's better you forget about her. My prince, I'm afraid she might not listen to you.
Why would she not listen?
My prince, she's from a very decent family, a very responsible family, with a very strong moral upbringing. My prince, I'm afraid she might not listen to you.
Now I want her even more, huh? I want her. You know what they say? The more difficult they prove to get, the sweeter the chase. Huh?
Yes, my prince.
The fun is in the chase. I want her. Get the boys to come clear this place out tomorrow. Huh?
Okay, my prince. Greetings, my prince.
What crime have we committed to warrant this visit?
You have committed no crime, woman. But you should be thankful and grateful that the crown prince, the soon-to-be king of this kingdom, is at your house. Huh? You would agree with me that it's indeed a very big privilege. Huh? I'll get straight to the point. Olama, I have come to see you. I'd like for you to join me in the car so that we can talk, eh?
Excuse me. Olama is very busy. She can't follow you to the car to talk alone. Whatever you want to say to her, you must say in my presence.
Woman, I have just said that I would like to speak with her. Alone. In the car. It's not like I'm taking her away yet, no. We need to talk.
Well, my mother heard everything you just said. If there's anything you want to say, and you can't say it in front of her, then I'm sorry, it's not worth listening to. Mama, sit down.
Greetings, my prince. I'm sorry, my prince, but His Highness, your father, asked me to come and call you.
Get out. Tell him that I am busy and I am coming.
I'm sorry, my prince, but it's urgent. He demands you come now.
Yes, son. I called you because I'd like you to know that I want you to travel abroad, overseas, for further studies. By so doing, you will widen your scope and prepare yourself as a better man when you become the king of this kingdom.
Do I need to travel, Father, to become a better king?
Yes, you do. You will get away from this your comfort zone and begin to think like a grown man, and put away all the rubbish you do with the maidens of this kingdom. I think you need to go on board. It's fun.
I am sorry I brought you out of your home.
It's okay. You're the prince. Besides, you left your paradise to come see me. So what do I owe this?
Like you have said, I am a prince. And I don't know how to woo women, so I'll just get straight to the point, Olama. I have fallen in love with you. And I'd love to marry you. I never knew that we had an angel like you in this town until that day. When I saw you for the first time. And I haven't been myself since then.
Oh, my prince, you just said that you barely know me. So how come you love and want to marry me?
I don't need a lifetime to get to know you. Once you find the right one, like I have found you, you just know. And everything about you begins to yearn for that person, like my heart yearns for you right now. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep last night. I thought of you all night, and that's why I've asked you to meet me here so that we can talk, please. I need your permission, Ola, so I can speak to my father about taking you as my wife. Huh? Come on, this man wants you. Can you not see it?
I don't know what to say. I'm still in shock.
Because it's all so sudden, right? I love you so much. You don't have to say anything now. Just come to me. Please.
Where's Mama?
Oh, she's sleeping.
Greetings to you.
Greetings.
Greetings. I hope all is well.
The prince has asked me to bring you to the palace. And his father, the king, wants to meet you. And I know you don't want to keep them waiting.
No problem. But I'll be coming with my friend.
The prince said I should bring only you. He wants you to meet his father, the king.
Just go with him.
Are you sure?
I'll come back later for the full gist.
Son, this is the first time you are being reasonable since you grew up. And I must say, I'm impressed. But you see, as a young man with a great future, including the vision of being the ruler of this kingdom, a lot is expected from you. You need to set an example to others. You need to change your ways and moves so that others will copy you. That is why I believe that sending you abroad will help you prepare yourself for the future life you hope for. We hope that the experience you will gain from your sojourn abroad will mold you into a better human being.
Your Highness.
Daughter of the soil.
I humble myself before the great king of this land. May your reign be forever.
Thank you very much. You're most welcome. I learned you're the only daughter of the great reformer, the preacher.
Yes, my king.
Oh, how's your mother?
She's fine, my king.
Your father was a good man, an honest man. But I used to admire him a lot as he walked around the neighborhood, preaching the word and compelling us or guiding us into the white man's way of life. He was a faithful believer in the religion of the white man. He used to tag along beside him as he went around the village disturbing the whole neighborhood. So we thought. But now I know that he was with his preaching. But now we know that it was his attempt to make us better man, prepare us for a life of better good.
That's okay, Father. I brought her here so that I can show her around and get her to become more familiar with royalty and the palace. So if you do not mind that, I'd love to show her around.
Oh, it's alright. Take her around.
Alright.
Thank you.
Mama, remember I told you how the prince always stops me on the road whenever he sees me?
Yeah, I remember. You mentioned it a couple of times.
Well, I finally decided to give him a chance to listen to what he has to say.
Oh, really? So, what did he say?
He said that he loves me and he would like to marry me.
Just like that?
Yes, just like that. He even introduced me to his father, the king, today. And he approves of it.
And when he asked you to marry him, did you take it to God in prayers?
Mama,
What is there to pray about again? We know Igwe as a just king. And if he approves of their union, then it's a blessing from God.
Yes, I know. But the same God said we should approach him in prayers so that he will direct our path. Mom, you need to pray before you take any decision. Okay?
Okay, Mom.
And I'll join you in the prayers.
Wow, you will join me in the prayers. Well, join me in this one and listen attentively. It's a Proverbs chapter 23. It says, when you sit down to eat with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you.
Mama! You have an august visitor.
Hey! You're welcome.
I have come to see you.
Really? You're welcome, my prince.
Thank you, Mama. How are you doing?
Look at me now, I'm fine.
You're very fine. Hurry up. Yes, it is a feast for Mama. It is a feast for you.
My prince, for me?
Many more will come. Eh?
Thank you. Thank you. Also.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
Mama.
Sit down. Yeah?
Hey.
Hey, you don't want Canada?
This is for you. Mama. Not that.
Are you sure I can sit?
You can sit, Mama.
More coming. Hey.
Mama.
Now I have to sit. Eh?
Mama, you see, I have spotted a very beautiful flower in your compound. So I have brought these gifts to show gratitude and appreciation that you brought forth a beautiful woman like Olama.
Nah, it's the Lord's doing. And it is good in your sight.
Of course it is.
Hey.
Ola, Kedu, I want you to know that I am ready for you to go back to school so that you can study and, have a master's degree. Olama, you are going to be my woman and I want you to be up to standard. Hey, what I go?
Prince, I don't even know what to say. The master's thing. But I must tell you one thing. In it all, I am happy. Your kindness and generosity is unprecedented.
This is only the beginning. I'm family now. You shouldn't be this way. So what are you going to do when I finally build you a house? Well, yeah, why? Olama, you are just sitting down there. Come and hug me. You are the reason I'm here. I shall stand up to receive this hug.
Side hug.
Olama. Omali Changwa.
Side door, well front.
Look at her, all shy.
Yes, very shy.
Mama, this is only the beginning. My primary assignment is to put a smile on your face.
There's already laughter. Smiles on my face.
Mama, it's a busy day for me. I decided to quickly stop by and see you too. I shall come see you again.
Okay.
Eh?
We look forward to your visit.
Kanje Kamputa.
Ngwajeno,
No,
na.
no,
Oh.
Hola, mom. I'll see you soon.
Okay, my prince.
Hey! On va preaching. But then I would have used the toothpaste as an idea, which Then what you do it, yes.
I know you like him, I like him too. But control yourself, prisoner. Sweet, sweet fantasy.
Please. Can we not do this now? We just, take our time. What's the rush?
You know I want you. Let's not go through this again. I love you. What have I not done to prove to you that I love you? I even brought you to my father. I brought you to the palace. Because I want you to be my woman. I also promised to send you back to school for your masters. Because I really love you. Come on, I need you to trust me. You have already trusted me with your soul. I need you to trust me with your body. And I promise you will not regret it. Please. I want you. The whole of my body wants you.
If you had let me go when I wanted to, this wouldn't have happened. Now, what if I get pregnant?
I didn't know you were a virgin. I'm sorry, okay? If I had known, I would have just let you be. But not to worry, you'll be fine, okay? These things happen.
Is that what you have to say?
What else would you have me say? I don't like virgins. It's a lot of work. It's too much work. I had to do a lot to get in the first place. It takes away from the fun. It's stress. Okay? But like I said, not to worry. These things happen. Please relax. Let me be. I'm trying to sleep. You want me out. I'm tired. Can I just sleep? Huh? You want me out. I'm tired.
Is this right? Is this right? Where you try to play games with people's rights? Oh, they want more. They want more. Oh, they want more. Oh, they want more.
Olama, what is the problem? Ever since you came back from the palace, you've been sitting here shedding tears. Ogini?
I'm fine, Mama.
Osem, I'm fine. You're fine. How can you be fine when you're crying? Talk to me, what is the problem? At least, I know that you're not the kind of child that lies, especially to her mother. So what is it? What happened? Did the prince beat you?
No, Mama. Mama, you don't need to worry about me. I'm fine.
Osim, I don't need to worry about her. So who would I worry about? My only child, I can't worry about her. People go to the palace, they come back happy. Osim, don't worry about her. But not possible.
Is this the love that you said you have for me? Is it? Ever since you took advantage of me, you don't check on me, no messages, nothing. Why?
Nothing. But if you feel that I've offended you, Olama, I apologize. You know, this is actually the first time I'm apologizing to a woman. And that is because I do not want my father to know about this.
Know about what?
You want the truth, right?
The truth? What is the truth?
That I never loved you, Olama. Yeah. Everything that happened was the game. It was just a ploy to get you on my bed. You know, you were presented like some monument, some prized jewel, and I just wanted to have a feel of you, you know. So I had to do all of that to make you believe in me, because I did not want to force you. So I went through all of that stress. It was a lot of work, by the way. So forget me. Forget everything that we had. I don't love you. You say you're pregnant, huh? Get rid of it. That's what people do. You get rid of it for your own good, because I can't marry you. I mean, you're not my kind. You don't fall in the league of women that I want. You're not there. You're just some village girl running around. Fortunately for you, you look beautiful. And unfortunately for you, I conquered you. Had a good time. It was good while it lasted, Olama. Get rid of that thing that you're carrying for your own good, so that you can meet another village man who will like you for who you are. Get out of the car. Don't bother me.
He has no respect for his royal family. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. Very rude, very arrogant. What a desperate prince.
I'll have to tell my mother.
Is that necessary?
She needs to know. Because if she finds out from someone else, she's going to feel betrayed. I really need to let her know.
Okay, should I come with you? Maybe put a word to her.
No, there's no need, thank you.
You sure?
I'll handle it myself.
Sure.
Yeah, I am.
Everything will be fine. It's okay.
My prince, I am always grateful to be of help to you. So what is that thing that troubles your mind this time?
There's a maiden in this land that claims to be pregnant for me. But you see, she's not my kind. She's from a very low background. Very low background. Yeah. And if what she's saying is true, then I'm worried.
My prince, did you actually do it? I mean, did you sleep with her?
You know, I'm not lying to you. No, you're my man. I went there. Okay, what? I did it. You did, but just once, yes.
Just once?
Yes, and that is what is confusing. Just once, and she's saying that she's pregnant. How?
I understand. It is obvious that she wants money. Give her money and tell her to get rid of that child.
Olama is stubborn. I get stubborn. I doubt if she'll get rid of that pregnancy, even with money. I doubt it.
My prince, the day you allow other to stand in your way is the day you allow yourself to fall. You must prevail to your last breath. Failure is not an option. All you need is to enclose your heart in times of need with the steel of your determination and your strength. In doing all this, all things will be bearable. Give her lots of money. There is a price for everyone. Everyone has a price tag. Yes, offer her the right price and she will leave you alone. I bet you.
Oh no.
My prince.
Dialogue.
Are you there?
I'm not there.
What is it? Please forgive me.
Forgive you for what?
I sinned against you and against God.
What happened?
I'm pregnant. Mama, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. A mistake that has been haunting me since it happened, Mama. It was a mistake.
The prince is responsible.
Yes, Mother.
And he denied it. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. The important thing is that you told me. Don't worry. God has not forgotten us. He has our back. It's all right, my daughter. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. It's okay. It's all right. You need to be strong, okay? You need to be strong.
What do you want?
I am here because you are poor. And naturally, poor people are always in dire need of money. I know you want money. And I've come with it. Olama, take this money and get rid of that bastard that you claim you're carrying in your womb. And let me state this now, I do not ever want to see you again. I am done with you. And hey, my father, the king, must not hear about this. If that happens, I can assure you personally that I am going to kill you and kill your mother. Right here is 300,000 naira. I'm sure you will need more than 7,000 to get rid of that bastard that you're carrying. But hey, you're poor. You need money. Take it and get rid of that thing you're carrying.
You don't scare me with your words. I will not terminate this child.
Olama, look at me. I know I look very gentle, but I can assure you that I'll be the most poisonous seed you will ever chew.
And I will show you that even the most beautiful fig tree can have worms.
I will give you 2 market days to get rid of that nonsense you're carrying. If you don't do it, I'm going to get boys to begin to dig your grave. Because I will kill you myself. I will kill you personally myself.
You better come back and pick your money.
Prince Williams, Prince Williams, Bonyane Megifa.
Now, stealing in this land is a very serious crime with severe consequences and punishments. I cannot excuse such a crime in my palace. Someone went into my bedroom and took away the sum of 300,000 naira from my briefcase. Which amongst you people did this? Answer me! Now listen to me, all of you. I give the person who took my money 3 hours, whoever did it, to go and put back the money where she got it and come and confess. Or else, I'll use my own method to find out who did it. And you won't like the consequences because it will be disastrous. No answer. Now leave my sight out of all of you.
I'm sorry I did. Are you okay? What is it?
I'm fine.
No, Uju. You are not fine. Look, I know we might not be getting along in this palace, but that does not mean you can't talk to me. What is eating you up?
What's the same one for? I said I'm fine.
Yes, you said you are fine, but I am telling you that you are not fine. You've been moody throughout today. Uju, ever since the king announced about the missing money, you've not been yourself. Wait, Uju, did you by any chance know or saw anything about the money?
I beg your pardon. Don't bring words out of my mouth, please.
No, Uju. Uju, it's not what you think. I didn't mean to say you were the one that stole the money. Look, Uju, you were the one that cleaned His Majesty's room. Maybe you saw the money wrongly kept.
I saw someone.
Who?
Can I trust you?
Talk to me. Who did you see? What? Shh!
Bring your voice down.
You mean you saw... Why didn't you tell the king about it?
I was scared. You know who Prince Williams is. Whoever messes with him is digging his or her grave. That's my fear.
In that case, you still do not know what His Majesty would do if he finds out that you knew the truth and you hid it from him. Uju, if I were you, I would go straight to the king and tell him the truth.
Do you want Prince Williams to kill me?
You need to go and tell the king.
No matter what, this baby must see the light of day.
Mama, I've already made up my mind not to terminate the baby.
Thank God.
But
what?
My fear is Prince Williams. The look in his eye is very scary.
Forget the look in his eyes. Nothing would happen to you. I, your mother, would take care of you. These my knees will be on the ground in prayers for you. Alright?
Thank you, Mama.
For nothing. Now I have to change your diet. You'll do more vegetables and fruits. And no more hard work.
Anything you say, Mama.
A lot of prayers. Prayers all the way.
A lot of prayers.
Do we start now?
Yes,
with
Mama.
our Psalm 23. The Lord is our shepherd.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Yes, speak. Are you the one that took my money? You are the one that cleaned my room today, aren't you?
Yes, Your Majesty. Forgive me. I was about to clean your room this morning. And I saw...
You saw what? Speak before I lose my patience.
Father, why am I being escorted by the guards like a common? What is going on, Father?
William.
Father.
I'm going to ask you this once. And I'm asking you not as your father, but as your king. Where is the money you stole from my briefcase?
What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. Very rude, very arrogant. What a desperate...
Your Highness, there is something I need to tell you. Something very important. I am sorry I hid it from you.
What is it?
This maiden Olama, daughter of the late preacher, is pregnant for the prince. And the prince threatened to kill the girl should she keep the pregnancy or in any way let you know about it.
You know something so delicate and serious as this and deemed it fit to withhold it from me? Oh no, why? How can you do such a thing? If I had known this, I would not have let the prince travel out this morning.
I am sorry for not telling you, Your Highness. But do you mean to say that the prince has left the country?
Yes. This is a disaster.
Fear not, Ifechi. The king sent me in peace.
And that's how it all happened.
Olama, I must commend your courage to stand against him and refuse to terminate the pregnancy. But you should have come to the king instead.
No, we wanted to, but you know it's not easy getting to the king. Besides, the prince had told her to abort the child, and we were afraid of what his reaction would be if we had come to the palace to tell him that the child is still there. So we decided that we'll bring up the child ourselves.
That's wisdom. You know, it is said that there is no comparison between that which is not lost by succeeding and that which is not lost by not trying. You should have tried. But all the same, I want to commend you for that singular act of keeping the child. In fact, the king promised that he will take the full responsibility of the child and also perform the traditional rites of you becoming the prince's wife. Huh? That is, if you wish to marry him.
Hey, oh no, please send our appreciation to the king. We appreciate his graciousness, his kindness, his everything.
And one more thing.
Yes.
Whenever you need anything, don't hesitate to come and tell him. He's ready to support you financially in any way.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. No, I'm speechless.
Great Igwe, please.
Thank you.
What do we offer you? I have one old piece of meat that has been by the fire. It's not rotten.
I know. Don't bother. I am fine. What have I done to myself? Huh? Telling Igwe about that girl's pregnancy so he can stop the prince from traveling. Now the table has turned upside down. Huh? Hey. So that poor dirty girl is about to become a queen in this land. Mbana. Huh? So what is my gain now? What is my gain?
Papa, wait. What is it now? Won't you have rest of mind in my own father's house again? Eh? Why are you just making noise up and down? Eh?
May Amadioha! Cut that your tongue!
Yes, I believe. But please, when next you want to soliloquize, just gently enter your room so that I can have rest of mind.
What kind of child is this? Are you sure I'm the one that gave birth to this idiot?
So you accepted to marry the prince after what he has done to you?
Chisom, I did not accept to marry the prince just because I love him. But because my son, my child, needs a father.
You can hand them the child and go on with your life.
God forbid. God forbid that another woman will raise my child while I'm still alive.
I was just saying that.
Can you just stop? Stop. God knows that this child is everything to me.
It's okay. Everything will be fine. I have to hurry up now. Make food for Mama.
Alright, I'll see you later.
You too. Take care of yourself.
You too.
And take care of that baby.
I will. Say hi to your mom for me as well.
I have already instructed the guards. They will take you to his school and bring you back.
Thank you, Your Highness. You never cease to amaze me with your kindness.
Sometimes I feel I'm failing in some of my responsibilities. Kelechi is my first grandson and soon to be the crown prince of this land. So he deserves the best of everything.
Your Highness, you're doing everything. Yes. Look at Kelechi. He attends the best school in this region. He dresses well, looks good, all because of you. Thank you, Your Highness.
Thank you. I think you should start going now.
Thank you, see you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Look after Kelechi well.
I will.
Nas, where is the boy?
I searched everywhere for the boy. I couldn't find him. Everywhere, boss. Everywhere.
I will ask you this. Just once. Where is the boy?
No, good morning. What is the problem? What troubles you? Sorry, Mama. I didn't hear you when you came out of the house.
How would you hear me? Eh? When you were lost at the Amok Mountains. Tell me, what are you thinking about?
Mama, I had the most scariest dream last night.
What happened?
My elders, I greet you all.
My mouth cannot contain the quantity of joy I have in my heart and cannot express it fully. Because today is a special day, a great day in the life of this family, our kingdom, our ancient community. Because today is the day that marks the return of the crown prince, the heir to this throne on which I sit. After a sojourn for a long period in the white man's land, where we sent him to acquire some of the white man's knowledge and education, so that he can come back prepared to be a better king than I have been. So you're most welcome.
Igwe. Your Highness, everyone in this, our kingdom of Umoma, knows that you are a great king and a father to us. And we are most grateful that you are preparing our crown prince in a modern way, so he can lead our people and continue the good legacy which you have left behind.
Your Majesty, Onowu is right. And that is why all through the night I couldn't sleep, because I was eagerly waiting for the day to break to behold our crown prince. Our future king.
Well, Your Highness, you see, Edochie is right. Because he came to my place at the third crop.
At that time you were already... Oh, that means you too were waiting for the day to break. That's a great thing.
Your Highness, it is only a man who Amadio had blessed with madness will not know what a day today is in our kingdom.
Well, you're most welcome.
It's all right, my daughter. Everything will be all right, especially since you cancelled the dream with prayers in the night. Don't worry, nothing would happen to you.
Mama, I need to go visit Kelechi. I need to be sure that he is fine.
But it's not their visiting day. Besides, the prince will be coming back from Denmark today. And the king wants to host him. Have a big party for him. Are you not going to be there?
Mama, I don't care if he returns or not. All I care about is the well-being of my son. Mama, that dream still scares me. I need to be sure that my son is doing good.
But considering the rules and regulations of the school, do you think they would allow you to see him?
I'll have to give it a try. I need to be sure that my son is doing well. In the dream, I was with him before I got hit. Then all of a sudden, I couldn't find him anymore. And none of us in the dream could tell where he was. Mama, I am worried. I need to go see Kelechi.
Well, I guess it's understandable. Well, if you have to go, but I promise you one thing. He's going to be all right. Our prayers can't be in vain, eh? So what did you prepare for breakfast?
I'll go get you something, Mama.
Now wait.
Now, no.
Your Highness,
I would like you to go along with the Etiko to the airport to bring back the prince. Eke Edochie, you will stay here with me and help put the final touches to the preparation for the banquet for his reception.
Odima, Your Highness, when is the flight arriving?
1:45 p.m. they told me.
In that case, we should start going now so that we can meet up with him.
Yeah, the girls have been instructed. And they know what to do. They'll take good care of you.
Oh, it's your corner. Let's start going. The journey is a bit far. So that we can meet up.
It's fine, my child. I can do them.
I know you can. That's why you've been selected for that. We've been doing many things together, haven't we?
It's okay.
Today is a great day indeed. A special day. I believe you all know why we are gathered here today. We have come to welcome back my son, Prince William of Omuwoma land, who has been abroad for many years and is due to come back to Omuwoma Kingdom today. I have just received a call that they are already on their way here. And as I speak to you, he will be arriving very soon. Wait for them get to this palace.
Olama. Ma, since you came back from Kelechi's house, you've been all gloomy. Maybe you should get ready and go and enjoy with them at the palace.
God forbid. God forbid, Mama. God forbid that I dine with those vultures.
But Olama, people change. And Prince William is no different. I mean, 3 years in a foreign land would have molded him into a better person.
Mama, you forget that the zebra always goes everywhere with his stripes.
Do you still love him?
so much. Thank you. Thank you. It is indeed good to be home. I look at all of you and I just get emotional. You've all left what you have to do for the day to welcome me. It is so humbling. Thank you. It feels good to be back home. It feels good to be back.
Dalono, Rinne. Omo Kenamono. Omo Wama, Kanu. Wano. Wano. Chado.
I thought you had already retired. I'm surprised you're still out here.
No, that I'm here. You know, I've missed home and this environment and the air. So I'm just here taking in all of this.
Yes. I did not see your Olama. You was working yourself in this. Why are you wearing such a crowning?
Because you have just mentioned an obit of misfortune, Father.
How can you such terms to the mother of your son?
Father, I said it. Sorry, Father? What did you say? The mother of what?
I think you better.
Good morning, Father.
Ah, good morning, son. The day is very bright, and the birds of the air are happy for what it portends. How was your night?
Oh, very well, Father. How was yours?
Bless the gods of our ancestors for their benevolence. Son, when are you going to see your child and his mother?
Father, I'd rather we talk about other matters.
No, son. Olama is a factor you must always think of. She has your child, your first seed. So you must brace yourself now to take full responsibility over them. So, Go and see her. You know where she lives.
I'm afraid, Father, that is not going to happen.
Now?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
I was just coming to your house.
Ah.
I didn't see you at the palace yesterday.
Palace? Yes. Was I supposed to be at the palace?
Stop the sarcasm. You want to tell me you didn't know the prince returned yesterday?
And I didn't know I had to be at the palace for the prince to return to his father's house.
I see you're still angry at the prince. That's not the point. See, I had so much fun yesterday. There was enough to eat, to drink. Hey, you missed.
Thank you for the news. Did they also share money?
They didn't share money, but there was enough to eat and drink.
I don't have food in my house. I'm hungry. Please, Chisom, I was on my way to go get Kelechi drugs. Don't tell me about
Kelechi. Is he not in school?
My dear, I went to see him yesterday and he was pretty down. So he's receiving malaria treatment.
Now I know why you were not at the palace.
Chisom, I need to run. You can come to the house later.
No problem. I'll come around for.
Bye-bye.
Take care of yourself.
You showed up after.
Yeah. Hey, babe.
Welcome.
Thanks, baby.
You showed up, man.
Yeah, I knew you would nail me on the cross. Should I disappoint you?
I'm glad that you know what I am capable of.
Of course, you know I wouldn't miss.
You're welcome to the palace.
Thanks, baby.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Good afternoon, my daughter. Hope you're feeling entertained.
Very well, Your Highness.
Her name is Tracy.
Tracy?
You were taking a nap when she came in. She's the daughter of Tony Bob, Nigeria's ambassador to Denmark.
Oh.
Yes.
Sam, we need to have a little chat. So maybe Tracy can excuse us for a moment. Yes.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Look, if this talk is about that village rat called Olama, don't bother. It's not going to yield any fruit. I will not do it.
William, I'll say this once. You can entertain your friend, but send her back She is not welcome in this palace. Olama is a maiden from this kingdom whom you will take as a wife.
Father, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to marry that witch. It will not happen.
You call her a witch now? Yet, you put her in the family way. You made her pregnant. Olama is the girl for you. You are going to make her your wife. And the matter is over.
Father, the matter is over.
You may leave now.
Oh! Oh! Mm. Oh! Oh!
Hola. Hola.
Chisom, welcome.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Oh.
How are you?
My friend.
Huh?
I totally understand what you're going through. You don't have to let it worry you. Whatever happened between you two is in the past now. So you shouldn't let his thoughts disturb you.
Chisom, I still love him. He's the only man that I've ever known. I love him even though he broke my heart. He's still the father of my child.
Then you should have gone for his welcome party. At least your presence would have brought back memories to him.
Chisom, no. Although I still love him, but I'm still scared of what he might do, knowing that I did not abort the child as he threatened.
To tell you the truth, you have every right to be worried. But I know that God will make a way and everything will be alright. Sure.
Thank you.
Let me help you with this, so hurry up and make food.
Okay.
Smile.
Hey babe, what are you doing all by yourself? I've been sitting so lonely at the garden.
Nothing. I just like to sit out here sometimes, you know. You know, for me, this place comes with a lot of memories. I used to sit out here a lot with my mother. So each time I come here, it sort of brings me closer to her.
You and your mom must have been so close.
Extremely close.
It's okay, babe. I understand how you feel. I'm sure wherever she is now, she'll be so happy that you've gone back to be with your father again. And I know I won't be able to take her place. But I promise, I'll try my best to make sure you don't miss her that much again. Okay? You know I love you, right?
Thank you, Tracy. I am confident that you're going to do a decent job.
Yeah, sure, babe. You can trust me.
I love you too, you know.
I love you so much.
That is why you're here, because I love you.
Babe, what do you mean?
And when is that young woman leaving?
Father, why is it that every time I choose to spend time with you so that we can bond, you spoil it? When did I ever agree with you that Tracy will be leaving? Leave for who, by the way? Look for who? That village girl called Olama? No, Dad, no.
William, Olama is your wife and nobody else. That is a fact.
Dad, why is Olama so special to you? What makes her special? Can you not see that I don't love her? I don't love her, that I'm not going to marry her.
You cannot invite the locusts to a feast and then blame them for ravaging that which gives them joy. Apart from that, by tradition, it is taboo for a king or a prince to have a child or children outside wedlock. Secondly, the day you brought the baby Olama to me, I was seated on the throne of my ancestors in the presence of the gods, and they were witnesses. To do anything apart from decisions taken on that day will raise the wrath of the gods. And surely you don't want to dare the gods of this land, William, do you?
Every time the gods, Father. What do the gods have to do with who I choose to marry?
William, I've made it crystal clear. Olama is your wife and nobody else.
And what happened? It's total nonsense. It won't happen. I won't do it.
Son, hallucinations are a fact, not an error. The error is basing judgment on it. Do not base your judgment on hallucinations, son.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Greetings to you, Olama.
Greetings. I hope all is well.
Yes, all is well. His Highness requests your presence and that of the young prince to the palace.
Okay, ma. But as you can see, I'm trying to feed him. We'll come as soon as we are done. Or would you like to wait?
Yes, I'd rather wait.
Oh, okay. Feel at home. Greetings, Your Highness. May your days be longer than that of the Ogoro season.
Greetings, my daughter. May your days outlast the Ogoro season.
Thank you.
How is my little grandson?
He's doing fine.
Bring him, let me touch him. Oh, yes. Hello. How are you today? Nice, fine boy. Please sit down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, no. Greetings.
It's alright, my dear. So how are you doing?
I'm fine, Abba.
Yeah. Go and tell the maiden to attend it to my son William. Tell her I'd like to see her here. So, hello. Young prince in waiting. My daughter.
Yes, Your Highness.
Do you love my son William?
Yes, Your Highness. I love him very much.
Did he tell you that he has a son and a woman who are both waiting for him to come back to this country? Did he tell you that?
No, Your Highness. He never told me anything like that. But, Your Highness, that he has his son doesn't mean we can't go on. What matters is that we love each other very much. And I don't mind taking the son as mine, and I would take good care of him.
My daughter, you don't seem to understand. If not for anything else, I would love to have you as my daughter-in-law because of your background. But I can't, because tradition forbids it. Tradition compels the prince to marry the woman who bears his first son. And I cannot go against the tradition. Otherwise, if he doesn't do that, he will invoke the wrath of the gods. we cannot go against the will of the gods. I don't wish you to live a life here that you will regret later. So, I'll advise you, my daughter, to go back to your father. Because my son is already taken by tradition.
Okay, Your Highness. Thank you very much.
What's going on? Where are you going?
I'm going back to Abuja. And from there, I'll fly back to Denmark.
What are you talking about? Tracy, we didn't plan for this. Why did sudden change? What is happening?
We don't need to plan this. I'm not a prisoner. And I can go whenever I want.
Okay. I can tell you're upset about something. Calm down. Alright? Calm down. Let's talk. Just sit down, please. 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 What is it?
Don't act like you don't know. Your dad told me everything. You love me. You have a woman and a son. And the tradition demands that you get married to her. So, what am I doing here? What do you take me for? A sex doll or what?
No, you're not a sex doll. I need you to ignore my father. He gets that way sometimes. He just likes to,
Oh, please, cut the crap. Don't even drag him into this. That man is a good man who wants nothing but good for his son. You know what? I forgive you. But there's no way I'm staying. So I'm leaving.
Please don't go.
And don't even try to stop me.
You're the one that I love. I don't love that woman.
I'm leaving.
Don't
And
leave.
I can't stay here. I don't have any place here.
Just only for one day. Okay, maybe we give Prince Daniel. Anytime you see women,
Prince William, did you miss your way?
I wish I did. That way I wouldn't have to ruin my day with the sight of you.
I see. Do you hate me that much?
Oh yes, I hate you. So much. At the time I look at you, all I want to do is strangle you to death. I hate you.
Wow. Well, since you despise me that much, why are you here? Because I can't remember inviting you.
Where is that bastard son of yours? Where is he?
Prince Williams, you will not come into my house and call my son a bastard.
And what if I do? Olama! What if I do? What are you going to do? Huh?
Williams, leave my house.
Did you just address me as William? The crown prince of this land, the next king of this land. You call me by my first name? Huh?
Please, Prince Williams, I
beg you in the name of whatever it is you respect, leave my house.
No! I won't leave. Where is he? Where is my son? Where have you kept him? Yeah, you call him my son, right? My son. Why would I have to beg? To see him? Where have you kept him? Where is he? Why are you hiding that boy? Is there something I should know? Is there something that you're not telling us? Why are you hiding him? Why are you keeping him from me?
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about. The royal family have decided that you'll have to bring that boy to the palace for a DNA test. That way we are sure he's my son. That way we are sure that he is royalty, and you just did not open your legs for some village laborer and you're trying to foist him on me. That's why I'm here.
Williams, leave my house!
No! I would not leave. Olama, 2 days. Bring that boy for DNA test in 2 days. If you do not, 2 days, or else you got no.
Mama, I understand. I know you told me not to allow Prince William to come close to my son. But he was here today, asking for a DNA test to ascertain his paternity.
You should not trust him. Prince William is not to be trusted. You of all people should know that. You've known from the onset that that boy, or rather man, Prince, cannot be trusted. He doesn't mean anything good for this boy. Yes, and you know, as long as Kelechi is alive, Prince William cannot marry any other woman but you.
Mama, I don't think so. I don't think he will want to harm his own son.
Okay.
Besides, I think it's high time he knows the truth. Maybe it will make him behave well.
If you say so, Onyakambu, but me, I cannot trust him. And you shouldn't.
Mama, it will be fine. Our God will protect him.
But we should also protect him as human beings. Eh?
Everything will be okay.
Prince Williams, you asked I see you here instead of the palace. I hope all is well.
I wanted solitude. It is a serious matter. Yeah? Go ahead. Take it.
What?
That is 2 million naira. I want the test results for the DNA tests to come back negative.
Please, with all due respect, my prince, it is against the ethics of my job. Besides, your father, the king, is involved in this. I can't lie to him.
I'll make it 5 million. I need the DNA test results to come back negative. You will do it. You must do it. I'd advise that you be prudent and take that money as an advance payment. Remember, refusal to do this would come with consequences. Take the money and go.
Yeah, boss. Sorry we lost them. I don't know how. We just lost them. I'm very, very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I'm sure we're going to make it up to you. Please. I'm sorry.
Father, we're on our way to the parish.
Okay.
I had a terrible nightmare last night.
Really? Okay, why don't you come inside? Let's go back to your house and talk about it.
Okay. Okay.
Just come in.
Thank you, Father.
All right.
So, Mama, you have to stay safe until the doctor brings the result. And then I can take you to the palace and ask the king for your immunity.
That's great. Thank you so much, Father.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And while you stay safe, I want you to devote your time to prayers and ask God for his directions.
We'll do exactly that, Father.
All right.
Thank you.
I should be on my way now. Let's pray. Our help is in the name of the Lord,
who
who
made
made heaven and
and
earth.
earth.
May the Almighty God bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Peace be with you.
And you too, Father. Thank you so much. I think we should do exactly what the Father has said.
I agree, Mama. Mama, please, I want to go inside and rest my head for a while.
Sure. Baby, come.
Doctor,
Your Highness.
I hope this result has no mistakes in it. I hope it is 100% correct.
Your Highness, I am certain this result is authentic. Yes.
That's good. At least William will now accept his responsibility as a father.
Thank you, Your Highness. I will take my leave now. I have some patients I want to attend to.
Very much.
Thank you, Your Highness.
What are you doing here? Did I not tell you not to give the results first to my father? Sorry. Get out.
Son, father. Now that the DNA results are here, that puts an end to this matter and settles the issue once and for all. With this result and the recent attempts on the lives of mother and child, I hereby decree that Olama and his son will come and live in this palace. until the day you're prepared to carry out the marriage rites. And mind you, until that is done, you will not sit at this table.
Father. No. You can't threaten me like that. No, you can't tie me to this thing. No, Father. It's not right.
I've already done so. Olama, I believe you endured a lot, but it is now coming to an end. I will send the royal guards to come bring your things along with Kelechi.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
Hello, Father. Father, it's me, Olama. Yes, Father. Father, please, I need you to do me a favor. Yes, please. Please, I need you to help me get Kelechi from the house and help me bring him to the palace. Father, the king said he will send his guards, but Father, I'm worried. I'm scared. I heard the prince making some funny phone calls and I don't want anything to happen to my son. Yes, Father. Thank you very much, Father. Yes, thank you. Okay. Bye.
Where is the boy? You then ask the Chris.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anybody inside the house. When I got into the house, it was empty. Focus, come!
You sabi lie. You sabi lie.
I didn't see anybody. I can't lie to you. I didn't see anybody. The house was empty.
You don't want to tell me the truth, right?
That's the truth.
Leader,
go down. Come on.
Hello, boss. The idiot said he did not see the little boy. Yes.
the king has forced Olama on the prince, what is he going to do? When I heard about it, I was so happy. Because no one is bigger than tradition. Although I know he's not happy about it, but he has no choice. He will gather anti-fested firewood, cause the lizard for a feast. That's why they say law for man, not man for law. I'm happy for her. I just pray she's nice to us.
I hope so.
The both of you should try and leave gossip so that gossip will leave you. There's enough work to be done already and all you choose to do is gossip? My God!
So you think that you can bewitch my father and have him force you on me? Welcome to my home. And welcome to hell. Oh, I am going to make your life difficult. I am going to make you so miserable in this house that you will know that a lizard's love for a cracked house does not make it the owner. I will take your life away.
My daughter, you said you wanted to have a discussion with me. Please. What is it?
Yes, Your Highness. I have given this a thought. And I have decided that it is best for me, my son, not to marry the prince. I don't think I can cope anymore.
My daughter, for you to say something like this, Prince William must have been very hard on you.
Father, I have decided to marry Olama. I have given this a thought, Father, and it is apparent that marrying her shall bring peace to this household.
William, are you serious, or is this one of your usual pranks?
This, Father, is no mischief. I have decided to stop chasing shadows, fighting my mind, but yield to what my soul needs. Olama is what my soul needs. I'll be giving you a blessing. Are you trying to poison me?
I beg your pardon?
Are you trying to poison me? I have told you countless times to stay away from the things that I eat. Have I not?
Yes. I'm your wife. What is wrong with me preparing your meals?
It is not your responsibility. We have domestic staff in the palace. Let them handle it. Stop with the busybody. It's not going to endear me to you. Never. It will not happen. You've always wanted to be part of royalty. Now you're married to a prince. Why don't you just enjoy the title and leave me alone, Olama? I hate you.
Can you not see it? Stay off my lane.
Why do you hate me this much?
I don't know, I can't help it, but I just hate you. It's effortless. Get out.
Ola, I foresaw this. That was why I was trying to convince you to move on with your life.
I know. But Chisom, Prince Williams is the only man that I have ever known. I love him so much that I don't even know how to live.
The love you have for him, is it worth the torture you receive? It is said that evil requires the sanction of a man. And I agree, because you sanction whatever you're passing through.
I agree too. But Chisom, he who is afraid to love is already half dead. For love is the essential reason for living.
You speak of love. God is love. And he understands that love cannot be forced. It is a thing of free will. Ola, Prince Williams does not love you. Yes, and you know it. Ola, you're a very beautiful woman. Why are you wasting your life on him?
He has no respect for his royal family. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. Very rude, very arrogant. What a desperate prince.
Hey, hey.
Greetings, my prince.
I do not want to see you at the palace again. Stop coming there to see Olama.
Why would I do that?
Because I have said so. Because if you question my authority, there will be dire consequences. Your friend Olama wants to be queen, and I'm going to make her queen, but a very lonely queen. No friends, no visitors. Her world will be very lonely. Chisom, if you stop by the palace again, I am going to shoot you. And nothing will happen.
Get out, get out. Get out, get out. Ah. Out. What's the meaning of this? You call me bitch. Get out.
You see this world, no be we get them more. When you're fighting for your right, you dey pour for naga. Do all you can do it well. Maybe we're saying when come out, you could not afford.
Let me tell you a secret. One of the reasons why I'm so kind to you is because I see a lot of his mother in you. A woman with a strong will. A will that does not yield easily to pressure once he knows what it really wants.
What were you discussing with my father?
I don't understand. When did it become an offense to be seen with the king?
Olama, don't upset me so I don't stick my fingers in your eyes. I saw you talking to my son, both of you talking. What were you two talking about? I need to know.
I see. Prince Williams, you're probably afraid that I must have told the king how you've been mistreating me, right? Oh, please come off it. Nothing like that happened.
Olama, you will not walk out on me! Olama! This girl is asking for trouble. Over here. Where are you coming from?
Williams.
Yes.
Please, Williams. I am not in the mood. You didn't tell me that I'm also a prisoner in this palace. What if you wish to know? I went to visit my sister.
On whose permission? So you left the palace without my permission to go plot your witch of a mother how to kill me. Huh?
Let's go.
Stop! You want to be the queen, right? You found a way to get yourself into this palace. I am going to show you the true meaning of loneliness, and next time you leave this palace without my permission, I am going to put you in a cage. Try me.
What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. Very rude, very arrogant. What a desperate prince.
Kelechi called yesterday. And he said he'll be coming back in 2 days' time.
Ah, that's wonderful. Can't wait to see him. You don't know how much I miss that boy. My Kelechi.
I know. You two are fond of each other.
Yes, can say that again.
But anyways, he's coming back soon, and this time, he won't be leaving.
That's good. I will arrange a feast for him.
That would be nice.
Oh, yes.
He'll be excited.
Kelechi. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my
Nice
God.
to see you.
Oh, this looks good.
Hey, I miss this moment. How you been?
I'm good. You look nice.
Welcome.
Come on. Let's go inside.
Oh,
You look amazing.
how you doing, Daddy? Mommy, let's get a shot.
Mother.
Since I came in, I've not seen my dad.
Oh. He went for an important meeting. I'm sure he'll soon be back.
Okay.
Don't worry, son. You'll see him soon enough. Now that you're back. Permanent basis.
Oh, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Granddad. I miss you guys so much.
We miss you too.
I miss you guys so much.
We've all missed you too.
This food is so delicious. Huh?
Made for you.
Thank you, Mom. Not dream about your food. You can't get this outside.
I can see it. Oh. understand. Ah, nice.
Yeah. I like your ties.
Are you going out?
Yes. I want to quickly take a walk around. To nowhere in particular. I just want to take a sightseeing around. I've missed this kid though.
I understand. You should. But please, hope you're going out with the guards.
Oh, no, why? I'm a grown man now, Mo, and I can take care of myself.
I understand that you're a grown man, but you need to allow them do their job. Besides, that's what they're being paid for, and it's for your own security.
Okay, if you insist.
Yes, I insist.
And by the way, I'll stop by and see Grandma. I got some stuff for her. Mom? Is everything okay? I talked about Grandma and your countenance changed. Is she okay?
Son, your grandmother passed away last year. I'm sorry.
Why did you not tell me?
I didn't want to distract you from schoolwork.
So painful.
It was.
Oh, Father. Son. It's good to see you. Come. I miss you. Where are you headed? Just stick around the kingdom. See my friends, you know. It is fine. I know I haven't had time for you. Don't mind me. I have been busy lately. But I assure you that by the time you return, I'll be here. Thank you, though. Have fun. Thank you very much. Mom? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Don't forget to go with the guards.
Okay, Mom.
He can do anything just to get what he wants. He can do anything. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. Very rude, very arrogant. What a desperate prince.
Yeah? Welcome. Yeah. My prince, what are you? What did you call me? Come on, stand here. What did you call me? Ha! Listen to me. I am a king. And I am a king. The next time. As a matter of fact, henceforth, anytime you see me, wherever you see me, you address me as a king.
Mbano. Aro! I can't do that. I am a son of this land. And it is taboo for me to call you a king while your father, the king, is still alive.
Eh? Is that so? Hi! Call me Prince one more time when you see me and you see what I'll do to you. That will be your last day here on earth. What are you doing here?
Your father, the king, gives me this land.
I don't care who allocated this place.
Now, my prince, sorry. Your Highness, if you don't leave this place right now, go to get it. I'll run you over. Stand there.
One day, behave yourself. Behave yourself.
Get out! It's your get! Get out of me! Sure. Nama, your priest are occupied here. Let me see you here. And I'll make your eyes on you. Yala. Your prince. He can never can hear you. Your prince.
Behave yourself, oh, my prince. Behave yourself, oh.
It is either the spirit that made her mad is there, or the one that will save her is there. What is that thing that is beating the drum of madness to Prince William?
No, whatever it is will never stop. Yes! Since he derives pleasure in inflicting pains, so shall pain clave in his household.
Mbamba, Biko, it has not gotten to that, my son. Please, I think I have to inform the Igwe about it. It is not too late.
Oh, no, it is too late. It is too late or no?
God! I want you to get the youths together. Tell them to gather at the village square. I am coming there to address them.
Your Majesty, it is only a drunk does not know where his wife's soup serves. A journey to the stream does not count when the pot is full or when the pot is empty. Your Majesty, without mincing words, Prince William is desecrating our land and the name of this royal household.
Here! Father, I don't understand. What have I done now? You know, I think I am going to have to place a ban on you. Yes, I'll tell them at the entrance of the palace not to allow you come here again. Yes. Because I don't understand. Every time you come here with some bogus postulation that does not make any sense. How can you sit there and say that I am desecrating the royal household? Because I'm asking for what is rightfully mine. What have I done?
Why do you wish to bring your curse upon yourself? Why do you want to rule this land, even in presence?
Father, it is very simple. Since we're all seated here, we might as well address the issue. The bone of contention is that you have been sitting on that throne for too long. Oh yes, Father, I have waited for that throne for too long. Because of this throne, Father, I was not allowed to live freely as a growing young man. Because of this throne, I could not do the things that I really wanted to do. You constantly told me, William, you are king. Act like one. Stand up straight. For someday you are going to be sitting on that throne as a king. Father, have you suddenly become like our politicians who constantly tell us that we're leaders of tomorrow and they are still in power even as you and I speak? Father, because of that same throne, my love life was brought to peril. I was forced by you and your elders in council to marry a woman that I am not in love with. My life is on hold because of this throne, Father. Can you not see it? So what, Father? So what if I rule while you're still alive, Father? So what? For how long, Father, am I going to wait for you to join your ancestors so that I can become king? Father, what if I die waiting for you to die? Father, you have been king for too long. And I'm saying that it's high time you stepped down so that I can take that which belongs to me. That throne you are sitting on is my throne. As a matter of fact, Father, you're old and weak, too old to see to the administration of Oma. I don't care how you do it.
Dead or alive, Father. Get out. I need to be king. Dead or alive, Father.
Prince William, will you shut that your mouth? How dare you talk to your father the king in such manner? Are you out of your mind?
Hey!
Olu.
Biko. I beg you in the name of that little shrine that you worship in your compound to address me one more time by the title of an ordinary prince. And I'll assure you that before nightfall, your manhood will be chopped off. Ono will try me. Ono emi fempole me. Try me.
William! So you wish me dead? You wish me dead, William? I curse you this day. I, as you do the second of woman land. May the gods remove the crown of kingship entirely from your presence. You will never be king. I curse you. Just as you wish to sit on my throne in my presence, so will you live to see your son wear the crown. May the gods make this world pass, and they will pass. You will be a slave in this land. From that day, I, Ezudo II of Umuwoma land, I have spoken.
Father, you see, those are just mere words and I'm not moved by them. What I am saying is that you're sitting on the throne. That is my entitlement. Father, get out of the throne and let me rule. Enough is enough. That is why we are here. Ekuskwamo. Father, if you do not die, I can help you die. Chimo. Enough is enough. I have spoken my mind. I'm out of this place.
Umuwoma Kingdom.
Your Highness.
No. You are not only the and traditional prime minister of this kingdom, but you are also my right hand man.
Sorry, Your Highness. Sorry.
Yes. You are my right hand man and confidant. So I'm asking you to carry out these words of mine, because I believe the end is near.
Your Highness.
It is perhaps even at hand. So I want you to make sure.
Sorry, Your Highness. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. No.
To make sure that you prepare Kelechi to be crowned as soon as I am gone. Not William. No, not William. Because I have cursed him. William is cursed. He will never be king in Umuwoma Kingdom.
Sorry.
make sure Kelechi ascends the throne after me. Prepare him well. This is my last testament and my last instructions to you. So give me your truth, your promise that you will carry out these instructions, you know.
I will, Your Majesty. I will.
Yes.
I will.
Yes. So let it be my last decree. Yes.
Your Highness. Your Highness. Your Highness. Your Highness. Life, they say, is a struggle within ourselves. It is a tug of war between moving forward and slipping backward, between happiness and misery. When virtue is lost, benevolence appears. When benevolence is lost, right conduct appears. When right conduct is lost, expedience appears. Expedience is the mere shadow between right and wrong. It is the beginning of disorder. We all have seen what happened, and the burial of our king, Ezodo, is over. My fellow elders, it is time for us to move on with our lives. What do you suggest in this case of Prince William?
Well, Onu, you have spoken well. But the fact remains that Prince William is the next person in line to ascend the throne.
That is no. He's under a curse. At our very eyes, his father, our late king, cursed him. So how is he supposed to ascend the throne as the next in line?
We all know. Still, he's the next person for the throne.
In that case, I suggest we invite the chief priest. He is the only one that can tell us what to do now.
Life is the most difficult exam many fail because they try to copy others and not realizing that everyone has a different question paper and we are not given a bad or good life from Oseblowa. We are given a life, but it's up to us either to be good or bad.
Each year, I must say that your opening speech threw us off. Because I believe that the reason we're all gathered here is to decide when I'm going to be crowned king, since my father has joined his ancestors. I do not understand why we are suddenly taking lectures on morals. Oh no. It has been 4 weeks since my father died. The throne is vacant. The people need a king. What date are we choosing for my coronation as king?
You are right, my prince. But we must hear from the chief priest first, before the coronation date is fixed.
Prince Williams, you cannot be crowned the king of this kingdom. The gods have rejected you.
What nonsense is he talking about? What are you saying?
It's only a foolish partridge that think itself a peacock. Only a foolish vulture that doesn't know the shame in its name. The kingship of this kingdom has been given to your son, Kelechi. Kelechi, you must choose yourself a wife between now and 40 days. Yes, for on the 40th day shall the gods assemble to bless your reign. As you desired to rule over your father as a king while he was still alive, so shall you live to watch your son rule over you as a king. Yes, all things being equal. Kelechi, you must get ready.
No! Hey! Chief priest, enough! That is preposterous! No! I am nonsensical what you have just said! Chief priest is absurd! I don't accept it! Elders in council, tell this chief priest that what he has said you will not accept! Tell the gods! They lie! Prince Williams has said that they lie! They lie! They lie! They lie! No one, no man, dead or alive shall take that which belongs to me. This throne is my inheritance. This throne is my birthright. No one tell them that is a lie. Hey! Fast one weapon. It is a lie. They lie. Fast one weapon. They lie.
Prince Williams, you do not speak blasphemy of the gods. Otherwise, you should get ready to challenge the gods to a duel. Prince Kelechi, get ready to ascend this throne. You have 40 days. You have 40 days to ascend this throne. And no man, no mortal man can stop you. The gods have spoken. Olama. Olama.
Mom, don't you think this whole idea is a bad one?
I beg your pardon?
This kingship thing, Mom. Dad is still alive and are meant to be ruler of this kingdom. Let it go.
Son, one thing you must know is that the way of the gods are not the ways of men. And this land belongs to the gods. They see the heart of everybody. And if they have decided that you will be the king of this kingdom and not your father, you need to stop making a fool out of their decision.
But Mom, I'm not saying they are not wise. All I'm saying is I do not want a catastrophe to befall this household. I have this strong feeling that Dad is not happy about everything going on around us right now.
God forbid it. My son, God forbid it. Nothing will ever happen to this household. Listen, am your mother. And I would never deceive you. Okay? All you need to do right now is get yourself a wife. Yes. And I will advise you on that face. Instead of looking for one of these maidens during the dance contest to make a wife, why don't you look for a woman of your own that you like? As long as she's from this kingdom.
But Mom, don't you think 40 days is quite a short time to meet a maiden and get married to her? What time do I have to get to know her? Her personality, her lifestyle.
I understand, my son. But you see, according to the traditions of this land, when you meet the woman you want to marry, within the 40 days, she'll come stay in the royal house for 10 days.
10 days?
Yes. Where we'll watch her and her attitude. And then she will serve the royal family for maybe for a couple of days. We'll separately watch her, okay?
Okay, Mom.
You have nothing to worry about.
Okay, Mom.
I am here for you, son. Okay?
I feel relieved.
Better,
Thank
so
you, Mom.
Come on, let's finish up.
You see why I like being around you all the time. You know me.
Remind these others that have suddenly forgotten our tradition that they can not crown my son king while I'm still alive. How is that even possible? Oh no, does that make sense? Eh?
My prince, life is just one of those things you take as it comes. It might be good to you one day, bad the other.
What are you doing?
But you love it so much, so cherish it.
What are you saying?
This is the decision of the gods. How? And we cannot change it.
I don't understand.
I myself have wronged the gods. Even though you thought I was doing it for you, but I was equally doing it for my own selfish reason. But those years have gone by. I have made amends and reconciled with the gods and never to go against their wish. My prince, I will advise you to go home and embrace a new dawn.
Oh no. So you have deceived me. Oh no. I am in this mess right now because I trusted you through the years. Oh no, you are the only friend that I had, my confidant, my right-hand man. And at a time like this, when I need you to speak up the most, hey, you tell me this. Ha ha! Oh no, if these people go ahead to crown Kelechi, my son, king, while I'm still alive, you are going down with me.
My prince, do not incur the wrath of the gods.
Oh no, try not to incur my wrath first. Speak up now, or I will take your life.
If you continue to search for what happiness consists of, you will never live. If you are looking for the meaning of life, do not incur the wrath of the gods upon yourself. I know you cannot win with the gods.
What he wants is what he goes for. What he wants is what he cares for. He will never give up. He will never give up. He's desperate. He will never give up. He can do anything just to get
Father.
The day is bright, peaceful, and beautiful. Reminds me of how life is supposed to be. How are you doing, son?
I'm fine, Father. And Father, I'm really sorry about what happened at the throne room the other day.
It's nothing, believe me.
Oh, I know you must feel really bad about the whole situation and
Kelechi, you know that I haven't had the time to to sit.
Thank you, Father.
And have a conversation with you. And that is because I have been running around, chasing shadows. Not knowing that the gods have their own plans. You have grown, Kelechi. And in 40 days you're going to be sitting on that throne. I know you need me. But I also want you to stay focused. For I give you my word as your father that I am going to be here to support you as you ascend that throne.
Dad?
Yes?
Honestly, you don't know how I feel. I've been thinking about this whole kingship, and trust me, I cannot do it alone. Thank you, Father. Honestly, I never had any intentions of ascending the throne.
Not stop. You do not question the gods, Kelechi. Kelechi. For the gods are wise. You're my blood. You're my son. So what if you become king while I sit by and support you as your father?
Thank you, Father. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you
serious? I'm telling you. You know, it's...
Greetings, my prince. Greetings, my prince. My prince, you have a visitor.
A visitor? I saw him.
Oh, please. Okay.
Hello. Mom?
Come sit. Good day. Welcome. Please sit.
Okay. How are you?
Oh, fine.
How was the journey? Well, this is Kamsi, the maiden I told you about.
Kamsi.
Yes.
Welcome, my darling.
Thank you, my dear.
How's the trip?
Oh, we should get you something to drink.
Yes.
Now I know there is difference between knowing something and hearing about that same thing. That you heard something doesn't mean you know it.
You
What I've heard supersedes what I've seen in this palace.
For real?
Yeah.
You haven't seen nothing yet. What was it then?
Thank you for the talk. I really appreciate it. It's amazing. And I love it.
Tell me about you. Tell me more about you.
What else do you want to know about me? I've told you where I came from, my family history, and my educational background.
What about your love life? You in any sort of relationship?
don't have dates yet. Though I had a close friend in school, but we never got intimate. So I've not experienced love before. Why do you ask?
I really don't know. So because like something catching up, not just at all smart, intelligent. I think that's why we love you. So I wasn't supposed to see you. I'll be inside.
You don't have to.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's
Your Highness, this program is very interesting. Have you been following it?
No, but Kelechi seems to be following it.
Mom, I've been there. Why did you open the door like that?
I'm sorry. If I have knocked, you wouldn't have opened the door. Why are you avoiding me? Is it because you told me your mind?
You know, I feel I'm taking advantage of you.
I don't think so. I feel the same way. The very moment I set my eyes on you, he caught my heart.
Why did you do that?
I had always wanted to do it. Sorry that I spent the night here. Let me go.
No, it's okay. It's okay, please, stay. Huh? Please. Come on.
That's a fight, yeah? Yeah. some of these things. The reason why you can get this. Give it to me.
But I don't want to give you.
Come on. Yes.
Wow, wow.
Whoa! Is that how you play here? 6-5. Oh, my friends are online. They want to see you. Okay? Yes, they want to see you. Hello. Yeah. That's the best.
Hi, guys.
It's beautiful, yeah? It's a whole you back. I'm having a good time now. It's my baby. That's it.
Father. Kelechi.
Father.
You have been busy.
Of course, Father.
Walk with me. You know, I cannot pretend that I have been seeing you with that beautiful maiden.
Oh.
Yes. What is going on between you two and who is she?
Father.
Yes.
I love her.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Love is a beautiful thing.
Yes. And Father, you know the coronation is coming up soon?
Yeah.
So I think I'll be presenting her to the elders as my future wife.
That. I see. She's beautiful, which is very obvious. And I must say that I have heard her from afar say a few things, and I can also tell you that she's quite intelligent. So she would not make a very bad choice for a wife now. I think the elders will be impressed.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you for everything, Dad. I'm really grateful.
You're welcome always, Kelechi. You can go. Let me not keep you. Have a rest.
Thank you, Dad.
Yes. It is time.
Hey, baby.
Son, this sudden closeness with your father, I am beginning to become uncomfortable with it.
Mom, when will you let go of the past and embrace the future?
The future?
Yes, Mom.
What future are you talking about?
Mom, Dad has changed. We need to help him so he does not keep feeling guilty for all the wrong he has done in the past. And come to think about it, Mom, he has apologized for all the wrong he did. Mom, he's your husband. I think it's high time you forgive him and let go
so I can trust him again.
My son, what an elder says sitting down, a child can never see, even if he climbs an iroko tree. You need to be very careful of your father. Please. You're the only thing that I've got. I need you to be careful, please. I don't want to lose you.
Okay, Mom. Okay. I will, Mom.
Promise.
I promise. I promise.
Good. Please, be careful, okay? Where's Kamsi?
Oh, Kamsi.
Yeah.
She should be in her room, I think.
Okay. I hope she's fine.
Yes.
Prince Kelechi, we the elders and kingmakers have finalized every arrangement concerning your coronation. But what we don't know is if you have found a woman that will be your wife before that day.
Yes, I found a woman, a maiden of this kingdom that will be my wife.
Good. Can we see her?
Yeah, sure. Please excuse me.
My dear.
My elders.
Someone.
Please sit down.
He that findeth a wife.
I say good thing.
My elders, this is Kamsi. Yes, and she's a maiden of this kingdom. She's the one that I've chosen to be my wife.
Oh, you are welcome. Kamsi Yochuku. Hell, Imam Manawai.
Thanks, my elders.
Gladdens my heart to see how you get on with this beautiful woman. It is a rare privilege that I did not even enjoy when I was your age, but that is a topic for another day.
From you?
You're here already. And we're just gossiping. I shall leave the both of you to have your moments.
Oh, Father.
Yes.
But I made the whole food for all of us. Why not join us?
Maybe some other time. Enjoy yourselves. I have a few things to do indoors. Enjoy yourselves.
Don't be surprised.
Why would you do this? What for? Close the door behind you. Stand here.
What are you talking about? I was just helping you accomplish a task that I paid you for that you failed at.
What nonsense tax are you talking about? Now let me ask you, why are you so ruthless? Why do you want to kill your only son? Your own flesh and blood? Just because of your selfish desire? Just because of the throne? You want to take away the life of an innocent child? But no, I won't let that happen.
Are you raising your voice at me? Have you suddenly forgotten who you're speaking to, where you are, and why you're here in the first place?
Good day, my prince.
Oh, Mali Chanwa, how are you?
I'm fine.
You look beautiful, I must say.
Thank you, my prince.
I am not a prince. I am a king. You call me a king. I am a king to be. Very soon I shall become the king. However, I will forgive you because I'll take it that you do not know. But you look like something that I have seen around before. Have we met?
No, really. I've not been around. I just came back from youth service.
Youth service? Aha, because I know that I have not seen a beautiful maiden like you in this land. Youth service. So, Kerebe Nalona, where do you work? What do you do?
I'm job hunting. I'm hoping on God that soon something positive will come.
Ha! Today is your lucky day because something positive has come up. I have something that fits your profile. Something that you'll be quite interested in. If you will get into the car so that we can drive to somewhere a bit more private and talk. I am sure that it's an offer that you'll take.
Thank you. Thank you, my king.
You see, that is why I have decided that I would give you this job, because my instinct tells me that you will do it very well.
My prince, my king, since we got here, we've been talking about jobs. So if I may ask, what kind of job is that?
You know, if I were in your shoes, I'll be asking how much I'm getting for the job. I'm offering you a whopping 2 million naira to carry out a simple task.
What?
2 million.
2 million?
Yes. I give you half of it now, if you agree, and you get the balance at the completion of the job.
So, my king, what will I do? What do you want me to do to get this money?
Settle down. I have a son. His name is Kelechi. He is the prince because he's born into royalty. My son is single, willing to mingle and searching. I want you to seduce him. Get him to fall in love with you. And at the peak of your relationship with him, I want for you to poison him. It's that simple.
Now let me tell you something. I'm no longer interested in your little dirty plot. Kelechi is a good man. And I love him. if you try to touch him, I'll kill you personally.
You don't think that it is too late for this? It might interest you to know that you can no longer back out of this deal I have paid you.
Oh, that! I knew it would come to this. Give me a second. Here is your evil money. I mean the one you gave me to kill your son. But I couldn't because I love him. Soon I will become a queen and that's a big money.
You can't do this. If you try this, I'm going to expose you. I'm going to tell my son why you're here and how you got here in the first place. I'm going to tell him that I have paid you.
Interesting. And I will tell your son that you contracted me to poison his food. But I couldn't because I love him. Try and let's see who wins.
What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. What a desperate prince. Very rude, very arrogant. What a desperate prince.
Son, so what are your plans for tomorrow?
Nothing new. Just go with the elders as tradition demands.
Okay.
Take her to her parents' house, and when we return, we'll continue.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. Where's your father? I haven't seen him all day.
Same. I've not seen him as well today.
Okay. But you're fine.
I'm stressed.
You'll be okay.
I'm not used to this whole tradition.
But you survive, not
yes,
to worry.
Yes, well, thank you.
What's going on? My queen. I think he came to kill him in his sleep.
Kelechi. Kelechi. The gods! The gods! The gods have their hands on you! The gods have their hands on you! I've constantly tried to kill you from when you were born, and each time I try, I never succeed. You were born to rule, you were born as the ordained king of this kingdom. With jealousy and envy of your destiny drove me to evil acts. Kelechi. Kelechi. I did to your heart to forgive me. Please forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. I have hated you for too long. Please. Today's event has proven that the gods do not lie.
Onyeruka Ofunanya. So I come to fulfill the message of the gods. Today is exactly the 40 days that the gods have chosen to enthrone you.
And on this day, you have faithfully fulfilled the obligations according to our traditions. As you have accorded this land its maximum respect, the gods have also chosen to honor you this day. Yes. Odogu. Atunewu. Onye like yagi, e like yanya. Onye like yagi. Papianuzo. Because you have the backings of our ancestors. Yes, yes. So based on this, as many that are seated in this place today, they shall witness your coronation as Ezudo the third of Umuama. People of Umuama, look what the gods have done. The gods have sent you another powerful king. Let the coronation begin.
My prince, step forward. Kneel before me.
By the power impact on me as the Onowu of this great kingdom, I hereby crown you the Ezudo third of Umuoma.
Maybe was living for much of enough. Enough.